Right, this is a video for a Honda Civic. This is a 1.3 hybrid EX version, IMA, which is integrated motor assist. Just a quick road walk around video of the car, just to show the vehicle to you. Car's covered 69,100 miles and comes with a fantastic service history as well, which I'll show in due course. Just to go around the car though, headlights on the front and fog lights are all good. There's no cracks or marks in those at all. The bonnet of the car is extraordinary really. I can't really see, I'm sure there must be, it's quite glaring today, any stone chips of any note. There's a couple actually, just about make a couple out, but they're very, very clean indeed, to be honest. Front wing of the car on the offside here, no marks on there. Front tyres got loads of tread and the alloy is in lovely condition. Just a little bit around the centre cap, a couple of little marks just there, but generally very, very nice. Wing mirror housing completely clean, no cracks in the repeater or otherwise, and the panel work down the side again, very, very crisp indeed. There's going to be the odd little mark somewhere or other on the car. You can't help it on any car with that kind of mileage. In fact, there's one little one there. Is that a mark? Just see if it comes off. Actually, that might just polish straight off. But yeah, really, really very clean. Rear tyre again, loads and loads of tread on it. Alloy generally good, but there is a little bit of pickling just coming through on there. But it's relatively small and sort of in keeping with kind of the age of the car. But the panel work is very, very crisp. Just try and get some better angles there for you. I can't see any indentations, car parking dinks or otherwise on there. Come around the back of the car here now. All in very, very nice order. I can't see any obvious skags or marks, but that's a lie. I've just found one. It's a little one just down there, really low down, so it just looks like it's been touched in by the last owner of the car. Near side of the vehicle, again, really, really clean, crisp panel work on there. Again, looking for dinks or dents, can't see anything on there at all. Rear wing completely clear. Rear tyre again, very good indeed. And again, alloy generally good, but just again, it's just unfortunate on this type of alloy. They do get a little bit of it just lifts under the lacquer there slightly. So that's the only sort of real criticism. It can be done easily, but we want to show it as it is. Again, wing mirror housing on this side, completely clear. Front wing completely clear as well. And final alloy again, just with a bit around the centre. I mean, they don't really detract, but it isn't a new car, but we just want to sort of point out any kind of tiny little things on there. But overall, in the exterior, the car's in very, very nice condition. Right, coming into the boot area, you get a really good size boot on these Civics. It's all in very, very good condition in here. All the sort of the trim's been kept very, very well. And just underneath here, you've got a spare wheel and tools there for the jack and everything else, and a little touch-in stick which obviously the previous owner had kept on the car. Right, comes to the back of the car now. Near side door card, it's super condition, looks absolutely brand new. It really does. It's just there's no marks in there at all. Back of the front passenger seat again, absolutely clean, no wear on there at all. Exactly the same with the back of the driver's seat, and the offside door card again just looks like brand new. In fact, it doesn't really look as though, I've got to be honest with you, anyone's ever sat in the back of the car. It's so clean and crisp. It's going to need to be seen to be appreciated really. It's in fabulous condition back here. Tons and tons of rear leg room, and the leather work looks really does look extraordinarily good. Right, coming to the front now, driver's door card again, as with the others, in stunning condition. We've cleaned the car, but it didn't really need a lot, and all the sort of plastic areas are in really, really top condition. Sill area again, clean as a whistle. Car's got a full set of mats on it. The only sign of wear I can see on this car is it hasn't gone through at all. It's just that on the bolster there, you've got a tiny little bit of the because they paint the leather basically, and that's it. Where someone sort of slid in and out over the years, and that's the sum total of kind of the wear that I can see inside the car. Seats are their shaping, the bolstering, absolutely perfect. Come across the passenger seat again, just looks like brand new. It's in wonderful condition. And finally, door card on that side. As with the others, can't fault it at all. Alright, so inside the car now, just going to go around the dashboard. It's in beautiful, beautiful condition, which is exactly the same as the rest of the car. So EX version, we've got this big screen Sat-Nav that all works absolutely perfectly. Press a button there, then that gives you access to the CD behind it for playing music. Just press to shut as well. Coming down, lovely simple high quality controls for the air conditioning system, which pumps out lovely ice cold air. It's a warm morning and the temperature is lovely, and the air's coming out lovely and chilled. Coming down here, gearbox lever, heated seats for the leather seats there as well. Just press the buttons for low or high and they all work absolutely perfectly. But it really, like I said, it really needs to be kind of seen to be appreciated. It is in fabulous, fabulous order. Coming across here, obviously you've got a multifunction steering wheel, obviously cruise control, audio, and any kind of hands-free or voice activated systems the car operates. And then here, the central binnacle, which shows 69,186 miles, and there's no warning lights on the dashboard at all. And then what light on currently is just for fuel. And then high up, so the sun's a bit glary today, I'm afraid. So you got the speedo readout there, nice and high, all big, bold, and easy to use. And then we've got controls for kind of wing mirrors and electric window buttons there as well. Also, we've got power folding mirrors, just show those working absolutely perfectly. So all in all, you know, can't fault the car. Inside, it's absolutely beautiful condition. Owner's manual pack there as well. We've got the full complement of original manuals that came with the vehicle. So apart from a tiniest little bit of wear on the bolster and a couple of alloys with sort of centre caps where it's starting to pickle through slightly, you know, you simply won't fault the car, and the drive of the car is extraordinary as well. So lastly, just to show you, just detail the service history for you. We've got basically a service book here with, I can see 7 stamps there, 6 of which have been done by the Honda dealers, and it's, you know, it's very, very, very well maintained. It's nice to see cars kept like this, but there's just sort of proof positive that the car's been kept in really, really fabulous order. If you hold on for 2 seconds, a road test video of the car should follow in just a few seconds time. Right, this is a road test for a Honda Civic Hybrid. This is the EX top of the range car. This car is registered, if I can read it, CF08CXJ, and mileage at the start of this brief road test is 69,172 miles. The reason we do these road tests is basically we're now selling to customers from all over the EU and, you know, the UK as well, and clearly if people are willing to invest time, energy and money to come and see us, then we want to make sure that if you come to see a car, you can see it's in operation, and if there's anything I need to tell you about the car, you know, I can sort of warts and all, but also give you just a bit of feedback into the vehicle itself, just so you know. So just wait for the traffic. There's a problem on the motorway, so there's a lot of traffic decided to come by our business all of a sudden. This car's been, you know, very, very well looked after. It's got a lovely service history to it, which I'll detail in another video that will come with this one. But in essence, basically, obviously, so this is a hybrid car, obviously petrol engine, and it works with this integrated motor assist hybrid system, and it's just brilliant. I mean, we've had a few of them, but basically what I do is just try on the same roads that you'll be going on, just to give you a little bit of feedback on the car itself. Always start with the engine. Obviously the engine, as I've just said, you know, lovely smooth Honda engine. This one obviously starts absolutely on the button, no issues with it at all, so I'm just going to stop the Sat-Nav there. Starts absolutely instantly, and there's no warning lights on the vehicle at all that shouldn't be there, just apart from the fuel light currently on the car. Engine pulls really nicely through its rev range. You know, they're always very sweet revving, these Honda engines. They've got a lovely little sporty note to them as well, but it pulls and drives exactly as you'd hope and expect it to. Engine then drives through the automatic gearbox. This is a full auto, and it's a CVT, so it's constantly variable transmission. So effectively you don't feel any gear change. It's always trying to optimize the engine by running as low revs as it possibly can. So you put your foot down hard, it'll rev up, but then those revs will back down as low as they can feasibly go at any given speed, and that obviously encourages better fuel economy on the car. The gearbox selects absolutely perfectly. There's no clonks, bangs, whines, whistles, nothing. It's in the engine operating absolutely perfectly. There was no issue with either of those things at all. Not that I'd expect them to be, but it's just a bit of reassurance for you. Steering of the car tracks absolutely bullet straight. There's no vibration coming back through the steering wheel. It shouldn't be there, and I can't detect an ounce of wear in the steering system at all. It's got that lovely kind of it's very positive steering. I do love the way Honda do these things, but it's got a lovely directness about it. It's not over assisted. It's got a bit of weight to it, which gives you a bit of reassurance on quicker corners. But it's direct enough to be able to sort of whiz in and out through roundabouts or otherwise without sort of flailing your arms around. But literally, I'm just trying to feel for kind of little sort of chatters back through the steering where you might have a track rod end or a bit of play in the steering column or rack, and there's nothing. It's absolutely as tight as a drum. Likewise, the suspension, fully independent suspension all around on these hybrid Civics, rides really very, very nicely indeed. And again, just listening out for signs of wear in the suspension, because sometimes you can feel a little bit of looseness or anti-roll bars chattering away underneath, but there's nothing. It's just you can hear it go over the bumps as you should, but there's no kind of like little resonances or knocks or bangs that are coming afterwards. It's really, really lovely smooth drive. They are fabulous cars and beautifully built. There's not a hint of a rattle or a buzz from the trim inside the car at all. Brake pedal on the car, lovely solid pedal right at the top of its play, and again there's no pulsing on the brake pedal, no grinding or the strange noises, which suggests that all's good underneath. We'll check that anyway as part of the pre-delivery inspection of the vehicle. As I'm driving at speed, I'm also listening out for any kind of wind noises that shouldn't really be there, that would say that a seal had gone on one of the windows or windscreen wasn't fitted quite right. But it's all very calm, very subdued in here, exactly as you'd hope. Looking around the dashboard, I do love these dashboards. These are slightly different to the UK ones, because these were built for the American and Japanese markets officially, but Honda brought them into the UK as well. But it's basically the same sort of thing, but styled slightly differently. So EX spec, you've got this lovely big Sat-Nav system, nice high-up display for it, so you can see it nice and clearly, all within easy reach. CD's mounted behind it. You just press a button there, that opens up, and then press a button again, and you put the CD in behind. Dead simple, really easy to use climate control system on the car. Nice high-quality buttons, all works absolutely perfectly. That's ice cold air coming out. It's a really muggy day. It's going to be quite thundery, as you can tell by the big puddles that have just appeared on the road, but it's all in really, really great order. Then you come over to my favourite bit, where this is the two-tier dashboard. So nice high up speedo readout, absolutely crystal clear. If there was a car in front, you can look at the car in front but still see the speed that you're doing out of your peripheral vision. To the right and left of that, I've got an MPA miles per gallon gauge to tell me what MPG I'm doing, so encouraging economical driving. And then to the right of that, the fuel gauge is up there as well. And then down below, we've got a much more conventional binnacle pod just down here. Really clear, really legible. All the pixelation, all the perspectives are crystal clear. Every gauge works absolutely perfectly. Coming down, we've got the multifunction steering wheel. So we've got it's audio controls top left, cruise control on this side, which I've just activated. Take my foot off the throttle pedal, and that all works absolutely perfectly. And then down here we've got voice activation controls for sort of various controls on the car as well. But in essence, the car drives absolutely beautifully. I would take it normally on a slightly longer drive, but because of the problem with the motorway, I've got a slightly different route, but it drives as well as any I've ever had, and we've had quite a few of these cars. We do try and buy the best ones we can, but it really drives absolutely beautifully. You'd be thrilled to bits whoever gets to own this car. I've had a couple myself and really enjoy driving them. It's it's not a hybrid that shouts at that it's a hybrid, a bit like the sort of Prius sometimes does. This is a much more conventional car in terms of kind of the way it looks, and I think that's not a bad thing. But it goes about its business really, really nicely. It's a very, very high quality machine. There's quite a few ES models on the market which generally come with sort of a lesser trims, and you don't have the nav. But this one is, it's a lovely spec car. Based on what I've driven so far on the car, I can, if you're coming any kind of distance to us, rest assured the car drives absolutely beautifully, and you will be thrilled to bits with the car if you come and buy the vehicle. If I've missed anything out on the road test, then please, don't hesitate. Do give us a call, and I'll answer any questions you may have.